Today we're delighted to be joined by Rodolphe Sade, the chairman and CEO of CMA CGM, one of the largest shipping companies in the world, probably number 2 in the world, probably going to be number 1 in the not too distant future, knowing him. They employ over 160,000 employees, have 750 major container vessels worldwide, and I'm thrilled to announce that he's going to be investing $20 billion into the United States because of the election results, which comes.
I just asked you if you could think of something good the Democrats have done. Can you think back to, I don't know, maybe a year ago? Was anyone investing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in America? And then you have to ask yourself the second question, why not? Why was Biden not getting companies to come in and pour billions of dollars into our economy? And then the third question you have to ask as Democrats is, why are you complaining about it? How can that possibly be bad news? Oh, because people are going to get prosperous and make money and realize we're full of crap. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. We're seeing these big businesses coming in over and over, including Apple with $500 gazillion. Hey, we're going to put it in America. And so there's no one on the left who can actually step back and say, why is this happening? What's different? What does Trump do different that all these people want to spend money? Oh, they're just greedy oligarchy, big business, and they don't care about the little person. But they're making like tens and thousands and hundred thousands of jobs, right? Yeah, but that's just to line their pocket. Okay, so what would you rather have? No jobs? Yeah, that's better. The government could take, because then we could, tax the rich. Because none of it makes sense. Trump is trying to work to a point where we don't have to pay taxes, and the Democrats in government are freaking out. You mean Doge is finding waste? Trump is bringing business in, and he's floating the idea constantly about we don't got to pay taxes.
Along with a lot of other things like great protections and other things. This massive investment will go toward building out shipping logistics, infrastructure, and terminals, which will create an estimated 10,000 new jobs in America. It's so important because it's
10,000 new jobs. 10,000. Hey, Democrats out there, can you show me anywhere where that was happening under the Biden administration? And don't talk to me about government jobs. I'm talking about private sector jobs. It wasn't happening.
About shipping, we lost our way for many years. We haven't done anything. We used to build a ship a day, and now we essentially don't build ships. We're going to start that, and we're going to be announcing next week or the week after a massive new program for building very large, the largest ships in the world.
Let's talk about what you were doing in Louisiana. This signifies what President Trump has promised, which is drill, baby, drill. And we're talking about liquefied natural gas, now not just being produced, but shipped directly to Europe.
You bet, Will. The ship behind us, it arrived this morning from Germany. In less than 24 hours, it'll be loaded and sailing back to Germany. 100,000 homes in Europe can be heated and supplied with gas for a full year, just in that one.
No wonder they're not giving any money to Zelensky. It's like, wait a second. Wait. So our ship just landed? Yeah. And in 24 hours, they're going to fill it up with gas so that we can heat homes here? Yeah. And you didn't have no problem? You didn't have to go through all kinds of stupid regulation? No, they're filling it up right now. And we can heat 100,000 homes for an entire year? Yeah, we're going to have enough for everybody. Hold on a second. Tell Zelensky to screw off. Oh, I'd love to have been on that conversation. Hey, man. Let me just tell you, we just put a big old boat over there, and they filled it up with enough liquid gas to light up our entire country for 100,000 people. for a year. And you want me to do what? Lob bombs at Russia? I don't think that's going to work. Sorry about you.
Tanker behind us. This is unleashing American energy to the benefit of Americans and to the benefit of our friends and allies abroad. This is the way to peace.
Tremendous tariff on lumber and things as such, and yet we don't need their lumber. We have more lumber than they do. We don't need.
So this is what I was telling you earlier, and I looked it up. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to look it up. So if Canada is getting a tariff on there, notice who's crying and who's not crying. That's another thing for you. If it was so bad for the United States, why are Trump and Howard Lutnick and Scott Bessent all smiles? Why are all the Canadians are screaming bloody murder? That should tell you all you need to know. You don't even know. It's going to really hurt you guys. Really bad. I swear it's going to cost you more than everything. And on our side, they're like, that's fantastic. Sorry, Canada. If you can be the 51st state if you want, but until then, we're just going to keep spanking you. Oh, by the way, we got our own lumber. We got an American lumber company. Oh, American lumber companies. Google. American companies on lumber companies on the stock exchange. Ooh, look these up, because if they can't get it from Canada and the Canada stock is going to go down, pretty sure the American stock is going to go up. Same thing with liquid natural gas. If you just sit back and just look at the playing field at this point, and you just see what's in front of you, you don't have to be like a great economist. You can just say, hey, avocados from Mexico. American avocados. Yes. Liquid natural gas. Natural gas. Oh, they're buying it. Guess what? They're paying money for it. Price is going to go up. Is it an American company that sells LNG? I'm pretty sure you can find one. So what else? Well, it looks like the Canadians won't be able to sell lumber. Is there an American company that sells lumber that maybe I can get involved with? Oh, here they are. Yes. Democrats will never tell you that. Democrats will just complain. Tariffs are no good. It's going to cause this problem, going to cause that problem. And if it's so damn bad, why are companies coming in quickly? Why did this guy come in today and say, well, you'll hear him in a second.
Canada's lumber. So what I'm doing is I'll be signing an executive order freeing up our forests so that we're allowed to take down trees and make a lot of money and then reharvest trees. Also, we're cutting fire divides. A fire divide is a 50-yard to 70-yard swath where the trees can't, it's long enough so trees don't burn forever until you can get them out. And those trees can be sold and made a lot of money with. So, but we'll be doing that. We don't need trees from Canada. We don't need cars from Canada. We don't need energy from Canada. We don't need anything from Canada. So,
I think that a lot of people aren't understanding that. In order for me to do business with you, I have to buy something. Something I need. Something I don't have. Something I don't produce. If I don't make cell phones, I'm going to have to buy a cell phone from a cell phone manufacturer. If this company wasn't in America and I wanted this brand phone, then I would have to find somebody, who makes it, go into the Apple store or wherever, and that's how you buy it. So what President Trump is saying, I don't need anything from you. And he's proving it. He's proving it in real time. I don't need you. We got people here who will make syrup. We have our own lumber. We have this. We have that. I don't need you. And the worst thing you can tell a supplier and someone that you're doing business with is, make me a deal. Offer me something. Because I don't need you, but if you cut me a good deal, it might be worth my while. You see, Canada, between Trudeau and some of the other idiots, are telling Americans in their press conferences how bad it's going to be. Meanwhile, they're dialing up Trump and they're dialing up Howard Lutnick and Scott Bessent saying, please, 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 I got a deal for you. Here's what we're going to do. So they're actually lying to the liberal media, thinking it's changing people's minds. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of stuff is dropping in price. I've seen people say gas is 70% cheaper now. The only thing that hasn't gotten real cheap is the eggs, because they killed 100 million chickens. What do you think is going to happen when all the chickens reproduce and they're back to full capacity? I don't know how long it takes, but once they start pumping out eggs, people are going to say, well, oh, the eggs are, everything looks fine. Crazy.
We can be self-sustaining, which is in most things. Look, we have more oil and gas than anybody. Our forests are massive forests. We're just not allowed to use them because of the environmental lunatics that stopped us. So I'm going to be freeing that up very shortly so that we don't have to go to other countries to buy lumber. You know, why should we be buying lumber from other countries, paying tariffs, paying big prices, extraordinary prices, and we have lumber. We have the best lumber.
When Zelensky inevitably comes back to the White House, what do you expect from him? And do you think you'll see him in the nighttime?
Well, I think what's going to happen is Ukraine wants to make a deal because I don't think they have a choice. I also think that Russia wants to make a deal because in a different way that only I know. They have no choice either.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Yes, indeed, we are CMA CGM, one of the leaders in shipping and logistics around the world. We are very enthusiastic about this big announcement of today. We are investing $20 billion in shipping and logistics. This means the creation of 10,000 new American jobs.
Oh, I told you. All right, so this guy got years, so we're going to be doing all this business. We're going to put in 20 billion, 10,000 jobs. And Trump's just sitting there. Stand over there. So boss. You go talk to my boy here. He's going to tell you what he's doing. I'm about to put in $20 billion. And I'm going to hire 10,000 people, probably, offshoremen and people to deal with the shipbuilding. Longshoremen. We haven't seen this. And at the same time, like I put on my cry on there, you have to pinch yourself sometimes and realize all of what you're seeing is in his first 6 weeks. 42, 44 days, whatever it is right now. And it seems like it's been like a year. I bet you some of you guys are forgetting, oh, what did he do? Oh, yeah, that's right, he did that. Oh, he's doing this. And it's just so much. And every day there's somebody else coming into the office ready to drop 50 billion, 20 billion. And there's no way you can counter this. How do you say this is bad? Well, the big boats and stuff might, kill the tarpon, the little fishes, and the little fishes may not like that the big boats are in the water. I'm serious. That's the kind of stuff that they're talking about. And if the big boat, depends on how it runs. If it's on diesel, it's going to cause smoke in the air when it starts up. Okay, well, tell me what it's in it for me. Forget all that crazy stuff. That ain't working anymore. How does it help the American people? Well, you'll have clean air. You'll be broke. You'll be broke, but you'll have clean air. Oh, my God.
Also looking at investing in shipbuilding of container vessels, and we most probably will be making also announcement in the next coming weeks. And we would like also, Mr. President, to go for more U.S. flag vessels, and we will go from 10 that we operate today to 30 U.S. flag ships. And
hey, we're about to increase our capacity 300%. Is that okay with you, Mr. President? Is it okay if we start with 10 and move to 30? You're going to just keep increasing it. Because we know at this point, no other country is going to do for us what you can do for us. And again, you have to ask yourself the question, the same question is, why wasn't Biden and Kamala doing this? Obviously, these companies didn't start yesterday. They've been around for quite some time. They have assets where they can pay $10-20 billion. Why weren't you doing it? Oh, you purposely wanted to bankrupt America. It's seeming so easy. Every one of you probably sit back and go, how is this possibly happening? Did these people all of a sudden just happen to see that America sign go up? We're open for business. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Donald Trump put up a sign and said, we're open for business. It was that simple. And then he put up another sign down at the border and said, we're closed. And so the combination of two signs, we're like, oh, things are going really well.
Hopefully doing more in the months to come. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
It's simply amazing at this point. I mean, you have to admit it to yourself. How is this stuff happening so quickly? There is no possible way that this couldn't have been happening for the last 4 years. Somebody had to have turned off the neon sign that says open for business on purpose. The same way they turned on the sign at the border and said, come on in. And that is going to be something that the Democrats will never, will unlikely recover from in the future. The more the contrast is made, the more you can talk to people and just say that. Why didn't Biden do it? And just watch how people react. Why? Why didn't he do it? Why didn't he close the border? What's the difference? The difference is ideology and intent. It is obvious at this point that the Democrats intended to destroy America. There is no other answer. And the more people who begin understanding that, the worse it is for them, because there's no other answer.